Jeff Wilson from Yuba High School. I'm the head wrestling coach. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go over 3 different tilts and 3 different cradles. 3 different tilts, okay? We're going to go over 2-on-1 tilt. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over just the wrist and the elbow tilt. And then we're going to do the dive through tilt. But first of all, 2-on-1 tilt, work it off a chop tight waist. So when we chop, we talk about chopping and we're pinching forward. So we're chopping, we're pinching forward. Sometimes you have to hit your hip. Pinch this arm to the body here, roll the hips back up on top, and now we're digging out our 2-on-1. Once we get our 2-on-1, we're rolling it up to the belly, bringing that knee in front, loading them up in our lap, posting that knee on the mat, using our off foot to tilt right here. Okay? Now obviously, if this guy rolls into me, I can put my stop sign out right here, across his elbow. If he rolls the other way, now I'm pulling it across. So if he rolls in, stop sign here. If he rolls away, I keep my 2-on-1 and I keep tilting them up, Obviously, if I lose it and he rolls through, okay, move over here. I just pop my hips back up on top, keep the 2-on-1, and don't panic. And don't panic. All right, that's the first one, 2-on-1 tilt. Get it?
Got it.
Do it. Because you want to be able to feel that you're relaxed. Okay, so this one it basically is a dive through. A lot of you guys, it's real easy because you can catch the guy. All right, and there's real little risk. So in the dive through, we're doing the same thing. We're chopping, boom, pinching that to the body. See how I got to pinch? Some of you guys are all loose, and then you're like, oh, I can't get it. I pinch it to the body. Now I catch it. Okay, roll it back up on top. Okay. And a lot of you guys are coming through and you shoot the arm through the leg, which is fine. But when you come through, okay, you got to come on a good angle and you got to load them up. So a lot of you guys come here, boom, and shoot the arm through, which is fine. That'll work. All right. I prefer just to come through and work on my angle. Okay. You get here, it's a real little risk, very little risk. Okay, you got to come through, boom, the legs. Load them up in your lap, post that foot on the mat, tilt them here, okay? Just relax. You go through the legs, sometimes you lose the wrist. I like to have this elbow because I can control him. If he comes into you, boom, pop him up on over, relax. Okay, get it?
Got it.
Do it. So obviously 2-on-1 tilt, we just went through that one right now. What we're going to do is we're just going to trap the elbow, catch the wrist. Okay, we're going to trap the elbow, catch the wrist. You can do this one many different ways. You can set it up with the chop tight waist again. So what we're going to do is we're just going to chop. Obviously when we chop, we're coming on our angle forward. Okay, if we have to hit our hip, we hit our hip. Boom, pinching that arm to the body. Rolling the hips back up on top. Now from here, all we're doing is just trapping the elbow. Okay, if you see Cody sits up, I got the wrist here. We're just hook this elbow. We're just hooking it. Okay, so we're hooking this elbow. And you can do it a couple different ways. You can do it the same way, or you can come through here, boom, and it's almost similar to a dive through, but what happens is if he turns in, I just pull on the wrist, okay, if he turns away, I just pull on the elbow, I still got him loaded in my lap, use my off foot to tilt him up, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm basically coming underneath, but I'm coming on an angle, so I chop tight waist here, and now what I do is I come underneath, and I load him up, pop him in my lap, pull on the wrist here. Okay, if he turns into me, if he gets away and he turns all the way into me, I just pop my hips up and I'm good to go. Okay, so don't panic. Alright, so you're just trapping the elbow. When you're coming through an angle, don't roll straight through here like this because you're never going to get it. Okay, you got to dive through on an angle, load him up in your lap. Pinch this elbow. Get it? All right, do it. All right, next. Cradles. The biggest thing with cradles is you got to set them up. Okay, there's 3 different types of cradles we're going to work on. All right, this is the one I like to do. It's far side cradle. I set it up off of the spiral ride. So what I do is, right off the whistle, boom, I'm stopping his first move. I'm coming pressure forward. And what I do is I post in the crotch and I come underneath here and I run. And most of what happens is guys, what they'll do is they'll post that outside leg up. Once they post that outside leg up, bam, I punch, I get hip to hip. I do one of two things. I either pull them backwards or I just run them over. Right there, just run them over. Okay, so I set it up off spiral ride. Spiral ride, he posts that leg out, boom, I punch. From here, I run around, and I get hip to hip, and I can pull him backwards. Catch him on his back, elbows deep, get the ribs, put him away. Get it?
Got it.
Do it. Fireside cradle. Always want to dump him on his head. Now I want to put the head in the rib. Keep my hips on top, good wide base, don't want to fall off the top. Okay, I want to punch it from here. Or if he's flat, near side cradle. Okay, boom, I'm trying my stuff, and this guy's flat, and he's kind of turtling up. I just come over the top of the head, come over the top of the leg, head and ribs, drive, pop your head out. Nice wide base, catch him on his back, stay on top of his head. Okay, near side cradle, get it?
Got it.
This makes it easy, it's about getting cradled up. But catch it high so he can't rip his elbow back. If he tries to rip his elbow back, repost it. Boom, catch it again. Put his head to his knee. Boom. Here, elbows deep. Lock. Pull. Sit. Okay, make sure we finish. All right, how do we finish? Bottom knee in the ribs. Slide the bottom knee out. Put it in the crack of the hip. Push the hips away. Pull the hands to you. And squeeze. Put them away. Okay, far side cross face cradle. Get it?
Got it.
Do it.